Boom, boom. And then we go to a C. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah? You want to? We're about to do something really awesome here, right? Okay?
We're excited.
Ready? An octopus is guarded with me.
Oh, no, one ready.
An octopus is guarded with me. I'd like to be. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
You hear that, everyone? She's a quick study.
Go, Allie.
All right, we're gonna do. Everyone's gonna do the chorus. We're gonna put like tremendous.
Hello, good evening. Welcome back to the Denver Radio Club Learning Net for August 12th, 2026. It's a great place to learn about ham radio and STEM topics in general, and thankfully we have plenty of combined experience and expertise. This is Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie. I'm Daron. My name is Daron. I'm this evening's net control. Tonight we'll be taking your check-ins, comments, questions, updates, and more. We meet every Wednesday except the third Wednesday of the month at 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time on 145.490 with a minus 600 kilohertz offset and 448.625 with a minus 5 megahertz offset. We also are interlinked with our EchoLink repeater 449.350 megahertz and our DMR repeater 446.7875 megahertz. They both have a 5 megahertz offset. You can also talk over our AllStar link node 42851, EchoLink node 4140, or DMR Brandmeister Talk Group 310804. You can contact us via email if you'd like, W0TX, Elmer at W0TX.org, rather. We're on most social media at Denver Radio Club. We also stream and archive our nets on youtube.com/Denver Radio Club. So if you'd like to see behind the scenes of the net or visual context, that is an additional way to view and participate in the net. This net can be broken at any time for emergency or priority traffic by using the word break. Is there currently any emergency or priority traffic at this time? All check-ins to the net will be taken in alphabetical groups based on the first letter of the suffix of the operator's call sign. The suffix is the first letter after the number in the call sign. If you can, please try to use ITU phonetics for your call sign. Indicate if you have traffic questions as you check in. If you like, you can follow along with check-ins. That's w0tx.org/check-in. With that, we'll start to take check-ins. If your suffix begins with letters A through M, Alpha through Mike, please check in now. All right, this is Jerome, Kilo 1 Delta Bravo Charlie, K1 DBC, acting as net control for the Denver Radio Club Learning Net. We had a check-in online. Can't thank him enough, Rodney, for checking in there. Didn't hear anyone over the air just yet, though. Anyone else, though? A through, we'll just take all call signs, all call suffixes. If you'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club Learning Net this evening. We're taking, again, all call signs, all call suffixes. Let me know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please call in. All right, I thought I heard someone in there, maybe Uniform Tango or Kilo Foxtrot. I didn't want to copy your full call sign, though. Can you go ahead and try once more?
Foxtrot 0, Uniform Charlie.
All right, Chad, I got you that time. Much better sounding signal that time. The first time it did not come over. KF0UUC. Chad, got you checked in. This is K1 DBC Net Control. Anyone else at the moment, if you'd like to check into the Denver Radio Club Net Learning Net this evening, let me know your call sign, your name, and if you have any traffic or questions, please call now. Okay, nothing heard at the moment. This might be a little bit of a quieter net here. We also had Dustin checking in online, K0BF. Can't thank him enough for checking in there, K0BF. Again, anyone else who's listening out there, this is about an hour-long meeting, just general Q&A about ham radio, STEM topics. If you'd like to check in, we're taking all check-ins, A through Z, Alpha through Zulu. Please go there. Okay, well, I might start to get things kicked off here. If anybody's interested in checking in or letting us know if you have any traffic or questions, let us know. Again, this is a general Q&A net for anyone else listening out there. It's certainly not me for just to talk to myself, essentially, but I'll kick things off here, I guess. Let's see. A topic that was brought up here was tonight's experiment is, can we hear meteors? The Perseid meteor-scatter QSL party is actually underway August 12th through the 14th. If you're interested, HamSCI is asking amateurs to make MSK 144 contacts or simply monitor the 28.145 megahertz or 50.260 megahertz, saving WSJT-X logs and decoding audio for propagation research. So has anyone out there had any heard or worked meteor-scatter? How can an ionized trail that lasts only seconds support a contact? Does anyone have a receiver that would be able to be participating in that? And has anybody tried a 6-meter MSK 144? Meteor-scatter contacts. Anyone else on that? Go right ahead.
0TX repeater.
All right, this is K1 DBC Net Control. Let's see more information on our club at w0tx.org. We had our recent newsletter. The round table was released if you're interested in more information on our club. We have an upcoming meeting next week, actually, if you're interested, by Bob, Whiskey Bravo 0, Victor Golf Delta, on HF channel sounding. So check that out if you like. Next week, 7 p.m. for the meeting, and at 6 p.m. we have an Elmer session, which is just a general Q&A. w0tx.org for more information on that. This is K1DBC Net Control. Sorry if I'm sounding a little bit odd this evening, just a little bit on the more tired side this evening. It's been a long week, long day, but let's see. Comments, questions, check-ins. We have a considerable amount of time here still left in the net. If anybody has comments, questions, check-ins, please call now. This is K1 DBC Net Control. That may have been Chad there. A lot of noise on the signal there. I'm not too sure what's going on there. If you want to try again, or whoever was just trying to check in, I did not catch your call sign or your traffic. Go right ahead once more. All right, sorry, Chad. This is K1DBC. Not too sure what's going on with your transmission there, but it's quite garbled. If you want to try once more, go right ahead.
KF0UUC, trying again on 2 meter. How copy?
KF0UUC on 2 meters. Much better there. A little bit of static, but much more readable. If you want to go ahead, we should be able to hear you.
Thanks, Tyrone. Appreciate it. Thanks for the patience. Yeah, I switched to a smaller antenna. Should not be working as well on 2 meter, but I'll take it. Sorry you're feeling under the weather. There's something going around. We have that in our household too. Wanted to send my regards. Say I've heard some of the nets over the past weeks, but I'm just barely in range, so unable to check in as I'm driving. But just saying best regards, and thanks for the net, even when I'm unable to check in. Back to you.
Oh, thank you so much there. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, not too sure if it's the heat or the weather, but yeah, something's going around. But can't wait for a little bit of cooler weather. I think we're on the lookout a little bit more for that. But yeah, it's just nice to maybe be able to get into the fall time and winter time and a little bit more away from the heat. So this is K1DBC. Can't thank you enough for your follow-up there.
Yeah, KF0UUC, this is Chad. A meteor-scatter, I've never tried that, but that sounds interesting. So far, this meteor shower has been kind of a bust for me because of the clouds. Just bad timing with weather, but as far as seeing the meteor shower and playing around with meteor scatter, both are kind of a bust for me. KF0UUC, back to net.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the follow-up there. This is K1DBC Net Control. I just wanted to let people know, I don't think our repeaters were interlinked up until this point. I'm not too sure why not. But just in case anybody's listening over our EchoLink or DMR, those should be connected now. Yeah, the Perseid meteor shower, I'd be interested to to see if anybody has comments or questions on that, or if anybody's taken any astrophotography of recent meteor showers, or have done any meteor scatter work. It's kind of crazy to think that you can bounce radio signals off of meteors to then communicate with other human beings. But yeah, if anybody's interested, again, HamSCI over on their website, HamSCI.org, for more information on the HamSCI meteor scatter QSO party. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins? Please call in. Let's see what they put on their page here. Work the rocks, decode the pings, contribute to science as we strive to uncover the secrets of meteor scatter propagation. Join hundreds of operators on 6 meters and 10 meters, those two frequencies I mentioned earlier, the 50 megahertz or the 28 megahertz, using the protocol MSK144 during the major meteor showers of 2026. Another bulletin they mention here is use a two-way transmit and receive and monitor stations are needed. They're also looking for collecting wave audio files of all decodes is important to the scientists and researchers analyzing the results of the meteor scatter events. Some more information on their webpage, HamSCI.org. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Just some club business. We've been monitoring our DMR Brandmeister repeater. We actually have something monitoring it, and so when it goes down, it actually automatically comes back up. So if anybody has had any issues with our DMR Brandmeister repeater on the 310804 talk group, that should be working now. There is still an underlying issue, but it is just kind of working itself now out on its own. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins? Please call now.
0TX repeater.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Again, a little bit of housekeeping as well. Our QRZ page, QRZ/DB/W0TX. It was actually under the management of an older trustee. We got that transferred over. So although our web QRZ page looks a little bit old, we might start to update that as well. So getting that under control of our new club call sign trustee, Orlin Wolf, WW0LF. If you do any work under the club call sign, W0TX, he is the one that will get notified if you make some contacts. This is K1DBC. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins? Please call in. All right, are there any check-ins at the moment? Anyone else wants to check into this evening's Learning Net? We're taking all check-ins, comments, questions. Anyone else? Please call in. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Again, more club business. YouTube.com/Denver Radio Club. Our learning net from last week was actually, unfortunately, removed from YouTube. I'm trying to get it. There was a copyright notice for a video we played of Chatham radio, but we're trying to get that uncopyright struck. So if anybody's interested, hopefully that video will come back up online soon here. This is K1DBC Net Control. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins, please call now.
KF0UUC with a question.
Yeah, Chad, KF0UUC. The net is yours.
Quick question, the repeaters on Centennial Code and Mesa. I think at one time I may have heard that you were thinking about, or the club was thinking about linking them full-time. Curious if they are linked full-time or if they're just linked for nets and things like this. I've been away from the radio for the summer, so just curious if anything's changed there. Appreciate the net. Back to you.
Good question there. This is K1DBC. As of right now, we currently only interlink our repeaters for the nets. That has not changed. I think there's a couple things we need to finish to make that completely ready, but only for the nets are those linked at the moment.
Copy that. Appreciate it. KF0UUC. Back to you, Jerome.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control, and I'm looking at my Raspberry Pi that actually does that, and I'm not too sure it's actually keeping up with things at the moment. If y'all can give me a moment here, I'll make sure that that is actually complete here. This is K1DBC Net Control. Again, it's taken care of on a personal Raspberry Pi inside of my own residence, and I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's not seeming to keep up here recently with things. This is K1DBC Net Control. Anyone else? Comments, questions, check-ins? Go right ahead. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. We had Rodney checking in online. Really do appreciate that. He was asking about a Zoom meeting following the regular meeting here. If anybody's interested, there's nothing official, but we do have a Discord channel if you're interested. If you go to w0tx.org under social media, we do have a Discord channel. Again, nothing official at the moment, but if anybody does have an interest in joining that call after the meeting, after the nets here, you're more than welcome to. I might not always be there, but for audio or video conversation after a net, w0tx.org, and you can find our Discord channel. We do have a few people who participate in that, so let us know. This is K1DBC. Please call now. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Another question there from Rodney. He was asking last week about programming his radio, the TH-D75A radio. Pretty slick-looking radio there, and it looks like it's actually pretty helpful for people with needing some assistance with blind needs, potentially. A question about programming it. We may have a file for that, Rodney. w0tx.org/repeaters. There is a zip file available, which might you might be able to use or use the CSV file spreadsheet to import to the Kenwood programming software, or Chirp. If anybody has anything on that, the Kenwood TH-D75 radio, we have some information. I'm not too sure if it's exactly what the radio needs, though. It may need some massaging, as it were. This is K1DBC. Anyone else on that? Go right ahead. All right, sorry about that. I had to step away to get a drink of water there. This is K1DBC Net Control. Yeah, I don't know if anybody has a TH-D75 radio. It can help out, maybe, in some programming assistance. We could certainly use that. I have not programmed one myself, but hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult there. This is K1DBC Net Control. Kenwood radio programming. Anyone on that? Go right ahead. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I'm just looking at the programming software again for the TH-D75 radio, seeing if there's an available option to import from spreadsheet. This is K1DBC Net Control. Anyone else at the moment, though? Comments, questions, check-ins, go right ahead. All right, I'll see if I can get Ronnie some help there with maybe a programming file for that radio. There is a good jumping off point. Again, w0tx.org/repeaters. We do have some files up there. They're fairly generic for radios that can be programmed via Chirp. Most analog 2 meters 70 centimeters can maybe use some of those files. But that radio is a little bit more difficult, maybe. This is K1DBC Net Control. Anyone else, though? Let me know. Please call now.
KF0UUC. I have another question.
Yeah, Chad, UUC. The net is yours.
Thanks, Barone. So I'm trying to remember from a while back. I believe you said one of the repeaters had AllStar, and you were giving instructions on how to use some of the AllStar features and some of the DTMF tones to activate the AllStar features. I haven't used AllStar. I've used EchoLink, obviously. Nothing digital. So two questions. Do I understand right, AllStar is an analog feature? And if the repeater, I think it's on Mesta, has AllStar node, there are DTMF tones where I could do an echo test. That's on my list of things to do, and honestly, you gave us the instructions, but I never got around to doing it. Kind of a sorry, I timed out. kind of a convoluted question, but let me know if you want me to clarify the question. Back to you.
No problem. I might actually try to trigger that here. I think it's star 955. The repeater you're talking on now, yes, AllStar link with the 145.490 repeater, AllStar link. That is one of the commands that are available. Star 955, immediately start talking and unkey, and it should repeat back what you transmitted. Let me see maybe if I can trigger that here to demonstrate that. This is K1DBC. I'm about to transmit maybe over a different radio for some testing purposes here.
Testing, K1D testing, K1D testing.
Okay, yep, that is how that works. Star 955, just transmit star 955, immediately start talking, and it will repeat back to you your audio, and you can hear what you sound like. So if you want to test that, go right ahead.
Appreciate that. Okay, I am on the Centennial cone, but I've never used DTMF, honestly. So, and your signal, it sounded exactly the same both times. But the first time you did it, it didn't sound right. It sounded weak. So, yeah, give me a second, and maybe I'll try it. But I'll send it back to you first before I try it.
Welcome to Denver. Please ID.
All right, sounds good. This is K1DBC Net Control. I was just reconnecting our systems there. We should be back up on EchoLink and DMR. Yes, my transmission there. DTMF tones from a radio. I was transmitting from a different radio because kind of a weird audio issue transmitting from this one. But most handheld radios, you just key up, you just click the push to talk button, and then hit the buttons on the front of the radio there. So you should have the 1 through 9, or 0 through 9, star and pound. So if you were wanting to use any DTMF tones, you just key up and push the buttons on the front of the radio. This is K1DBC Net Control. Anyone else on that? Comments, questions, check-ins? There are a lot of options available. We've disabled most of them just so no one gets into to trouble or puts our repeater into to any issues. You can. There's some star commands, DTMF commands. There's a whole lot, but we basically just have the. There's the star 955 as mentioned. You can key up, transmit star 955, talk, and then your audio will come back. Very similar, star 93. I'll try to maybe demonstrate that, or excuse me, star 932. It's a very similar test, but for DTMF tones. So I can demonstrate that. But if anyone else has any other comments, questions, or check-ins, please call now. This is K1DBC. Not too sure if someone was trying to get in there or testing something, but if anyone else has any other comments, questions, check-ins, please call now. All right, I think someone was trying to do something there. Just hearing the word locked, L-O-C-K-E-D. Not too sure if someone was testing out there, but I don't think it's working. But this is K1DBC Net Control. Anyone else, though, go right ahead. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Let me just double check to make sure our repeaters are still working all right here. But if anybody else has comments or questions, though, go right ahead.
Locked.
KF0UUC. Yeah, I heard the same thing, locked, a couple of times, and I still hear you well on both the few meter, centennial tone, and messed up. Back to you.
W0TX repeater.
Locked.
All right, that is slightly odd there. I think that might be coming from our DMR side. I'll maybe disconnect that for now. This is K1DBC Net Control. Let's leave it there for a moment and maybe make sure that doesn't come back here. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Thanks for the confirmation there, Chad, KF0UUC. This is K1DBC Net Control. I've gone ahead and disconnected our linking to our DMR repeater. That's a new one for me. I've not heard that command before or that message, so I'm not too sure where that's coming from. But anyone else, though, comments, questions, check-ins? I might demonstrate one of the other operations of the AllStar link node, though, here. If anyone else, though, has any other comments or questions, please call there. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. Again, AllStar link, EchoLink, a lot of these are very public, so you have a lot of this information is available online, even though we may not have it available for our club, but a lot of these commands are available. One I'm going to try here. Again, star 932. I'm going to key up my radio, press star 932, and then I'll probably put, I'll input the numbers 369 and pound. And the repeater should come back and say 369 pound. So again, if anybody wants to test this out on their own, you're more than welcome to. This is K1DBC. In a moment, you'll hear just a repeat of that.
This is K0NTT on mobile. Can anybody copy? I'm on the Leadbrook repeater. This is K0NTT.
All right, this is K1DBC. I guess those never work out when you test those. I think I heard NTT. I got you checked in there. Hearing you loud and clear there, NTT. If you want to try once more with your call sign, go right ahead.
Oh man, you sound super clear. Thank you for the radio check. This is KF0 NTT. Thank you and clear.
All right, KF0NTT, not a problem. Yeah, glad we could get you in there. This is K1DBC Net Control for the Denver Radio Club Learning Net. Again, if anybody's out there, comments, questions, check-ins, a lot more casual this evening than normal. We have another 20 or so minutes here. Comments, questions, check-ins, go right ahead. All right, I'm having an issue with my check-in tool here. For some reason, it's not taking that call sign for some reason, but I did get you checked in there, NTT. This is K1DBC Net Control. Comments, questions, check-ins. We have plenty of time here. I know it's a little bit of a scatter of our net here this evening, but just late summer, hoping for a little bit of a cold weather coming here, and just middle of the week, hump day as it were, and it's just kind of a little bit out there and a little bit everywhere right now. Comments, questions, check-ins, go right ahead. Let's see. Comments, questions, check-ins. We have plenty of time here still. We're always looking for net control operators if you're wanting to help out with our Wednesday night nets here or Sunday nights. Plenty of opportunities to do so. Plenty of options to help out with our repeater systems if you're ever interested in repeater climbing, tower climbing, working on repeaters. Plenty of options out there. So lots of volunteer needs as needed. W0tx.org, more information on our club. Again, our recent newsletter was released. If you're interested in helping to contribute to a newsletter or help to write the newsletter, our roundtable editor, Brennan Pate, could certainly use some assistance. So lots of things going on here. Comments, questions, check-ins, go right ahead. This is K1DBC Net Control. Some recent news. If you're interested in having a Vanity call sign, which is a call sign that you can just you can select, there was a fairly popular webpage. Unfortunately, it has gone down. Let me see if I can find that again here. Fairly popular webpage by the call sign AE7Q, Alpha Echo 7 Quebec. He's been struggling to get information from the FCC, so he has shut down his website. A couple of people have taken over, though. W5YI and Alpha Juliet 8 Uniform on their web pages. Again, if you're interested in getting a Vanity call sign, it's really helpful to know what's available, the shorter call signs which are available, and tools like this just make it a whole lot easier to be able to do that. But AE7Q Dean has shut down their website, message saying for over 23 years they provided no-fee advertising site as a service to amateur radio operators. Since 2022, it's been under near constant attack or abuse, first by hackers, and 2025 AI scrapers wanting to make money off of other people's work. All traffic to the site has been redirected to that simple page you can see if you go to ae7q.com. It used to be the FCC made their weekly data available for download early Sunday morning, but a couple of years ago this got delayed until Sunday afternoons. And they're reporting that since mid-July 2026, the weekly files aren't fully available until late Tuesday, and some of them have been incomplete. So a couple of people have taken over from that. But if anybody's interested in getting a Vanity call sign, there's certainly a little bit of a process to it, and but there is a way to get shorter call signs if you want. This is K1DBC Net Control. Comments, questions, check-ins. Go right ahead. This is K1DBC Net Control. This also went a little bit under the radar, though, but it was mentioned during one of the amateur radio news lines, or ARL audio news. Pretty prominent fixture in the ham radio community, John Portune, call sign Whiskey 6 November Bravo Charlie, W6 NBC, is a silent key. So it's unfortunate to see, unfortunate to hear, but we can't thank him enough for all that he's provided to our club. He's provided a whole lot of presentations and help, not only to our club, but just other clubs in the community in general. So if you're interested in seeing more about him, Whiskey 6 November Bravo Charlie.com, W6NBC.com. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. We might start to wrap things up here. Does anyone else out there, though, have any other comments, questions, check-ins, or anything else for this evening's Learning Ed? Please call now.
KB0 MPG, a late check-in.
I got you checked in there, KB0 MPG. Thank you so much for checking in here. Thank you so much for checking into the net here.
My pleasure.
All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. My check-in tool seems to be having an issue here. We use a Google spreadsheet with some variables to look call signs up, but for some reason that's not working too well this evening. This is K1DBC Net Control, but we've got everyone here checked in so far. But anyone else, comments, questions, check-ins, go right ahead. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. I'm about to start to wrap things up here. Maybe we'll come back next week and be a little bit more lively myself. Again, next week, though, is our meeting, the 19th, so we won't have a net on the air, but 6 p.m., w0tx.org/meet over Google Meet link, and 6 p.m. again for the Elmers session, 7 p.m. for the meeting itself. Anyone else, though? Otherwise, we might start to wrap things up. Comments, questions, check-ins, please call now.
Quick question, Jerome.
Yeah, Chad, KF0, UUC. Go right ahead.
Quick follow-up on the previous conversation about the tones. I appreciate it. Appreciate the patience. It's a learning curve for me. Using that tone, the star 955, that works only on a repeater that is set up for AllStar. Is that correct? And then the second question is the Centennial cone is the one that's set up for as an AllStar, but the MESTA is or is not. I haven't looked it up. I don't have a computer in front of me. So is the MESTA repeater the same, or is that one of the Centennial cone? And I appreciate it, and back to you.
No problem. I could probably demonstrate that as well. This is K1DBC. Two different repeaters there. Yeah, two different repeaters. The one on Mesta Hey Hey is the EchoLink repeater. It does have a similar sort of functionality, though. But the star command you mentioned there, as we mentioned, the star 955, yes, that will only work on this one. I can actually bring in, on EchoLink, there is an EchoLink node. You can actually connect to other EchoLink nodes. And it'll be very similar. So I can actually just demonstrate that one as well. That one should be a little bit easier to demonstrate here. This is a K1DBC net control. Give me just a minute here. So on the EchoLink side, I think if you just dial a number, it will connect to a different node. Let me see if I can connect it here, though, real quick.
Welcome to the EchoLink test server. This server records your transmissions and plays them back to help you adjust your transmitted and received audio. Please feel free to connect as often as you like.
K1DBC testing EchoLink Parrot. K1DBC testing EchoLink Parrot.
K1DBC testing EchoLink Parrot. K1DBC testing EchoLink Parrot.
All right, this is K1DBC net control. So I have disconnected that, but EchoLink has a very similar functionality. 9999, 4 nines in a row, transmitted over the EchoLink repeater itself should connect you to that node, and you should hear that exact same prompt. And yeah, if you have any other questions on that, go right ahead.
0TX repeater.
So you just did that with the DTMF tones, or you did that on EchoLink with your phone. I'm sorry, but honestly, you lost me. How did you just do that? KF0 UUC back to net.
Yeah, sorry, this is K1DBC. Because I have our AllStar link node connected into my AllStar link node, it's all also connected into EchoLink. I have a web interface. I basically just connected it through. I can actually just try that from our EchoLink node itself, though, since it is interlinked. You should hear it. I could try that from our EchoLink repeater itself. I'll key up on my handheld radio on the EchoLink repeater. I'll just dial 4 9s in a row. You should hear the same thing. And then there's a disconnect option of pound. So on the EchoLink node, when you're on 449.350, let me see if I can dial that up here, and you should hear what that sounds like for most people. Okay, that's not working for me at the moment, though. EchoLink, when you're on the 449.350 repeater, EchoLink commands, you can find them available online. You can connect into other nodes just by dialing the node number itself and then using the pound to disconnect. So that's all that should really be required from EchoLink side to connect into Parrot, is just have your radio programmed for the EchoLink frequencies, key up, and dial 4 9s in a row, and that's how you would do that on the EchoLink side of things. If you want to try it or try the AllStar Link side, let me know. But yeah, if you have any other further questions or comments, go right ahead.
Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I'll save the EchoLink for another day, and perhaps in the next couple of days I'll give it a try on the AllStar. But I really appreciate it, and I'm out of questions. So KF0 UUT, thanks for the net, and back to you, Jerome.
All right, not a problem. This is K1 DBC Net Control. That brings us just about to the end of the net here. Yeah, if anybody's ever interested, some of our repeaters do have DTMF commands you can input into them. We've locked things down, so hopefully you shouldn't get yourself into trouble or anything. Again, most of the commands are mostly just for testing and diagnostic purposes. Parrot commands, just to hear your audio coming back. Let me see if I can try to get that other one parrot command to work for DTMF tones, but we may start to wrap the net up here. Anyone else, though? Last minute comments, questions, check-ins? Go right ahead. All right, I'll try once more to run a certain command, *932, and type in some numbers, and we should hopefully hear that back. I'll try that once more, and we'll probably start to wrap the net up. This is K1DBC, Net Control. All right, that is odd. It is an enabled command. I'm not too sure why it's not working. It should work just the same as the other one. But again, star 955 if anybody's interested in running a parrot-test for our AllStar link node here. And if you connect our EchoLink node into node number 9999, quadruple 9 there, you should hear the EchoLink test server. With that, can't thank enough everyone for checking in here. Again, quiet evening here. Can't thank enough everyone for checking in. I need to see why the check-in tool isn't working completely correctly here. Again, looking forward to some cooler weather, hopefully. Saving some money and just being able to live a little more sanely. This is K1DBC Net Control. Last minute opportunity, last minute comments, questions, check-ins. Please call now. All right, this is K1DBC Net Control. We had a total of 6 check-ins here this evening. Can't thank everyone enough for checking in here. Can't thank enough the club for allowing us to use the repeaters. Again, w0tx.org for more information on our group, groups.io/g/w0tx. Can't thank enough everyone for helping to moderate that and posting content there. Again, join us the third Wednesday of the month, 6 p.m. for an Elmers session. That is next week, 6 p.m. w0tx.org for more information. And then 7 o'clock for our meeting. If you do miss it, again, youtube.com/Denver Radio Club. It will be streamed and archived on there. With that, though, a little bit subdued from my end here this evening, but can't thank enough everyone for checking in here. And with that, this is K1DBC 73, and I will be clear.
This pressure on Allie, and then we'll do the whole song. Because this is really a really cool part of the song. And then so we're going to do that. Ready? I asked my friends to come and see. Oh, shoot, I messed up. I asked my friends to come and see. Octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be right of you, every one of you. All of it. Everyone play A-7. Raise your left hand and play A-7. Okay. Or your available hand. I need to put some drums in here. And this will be second to last song. Hey, I want a 2, I want 2, 3, 4. The great here we go. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade.
Repeater.
He'd let us in, knows where we've been, in an octopus's garden in the shade. I'd ask my friends to come and see an octopus's garden with me. I'd like to be ready.